It is time. You asked for it. You demanded for it. And we are here to discuss the eternal question of what are the dumbest moments in Naruto Shippuden. Hello, everyone. So the dumbest moments in Naruto video went over way better than I thought it ever would. I mean, I do okay with my views. But my views aren't constantly in the thousands or anything like that. Very rarely do I actually have videos that hit 1,000+ viewers. Normally they average in the low to mid hundreds, and I'm perfectly content with that. That's my channel. That's the way it goes. But that one hit 1,000+ within 4 days, and the goal I set for a Shippuden one hit the goal with almost that day. So I'm like, I should probably be doing more of these types of videos, and B, be setting the goal a little higher. But yeah, we're here. I did the original part 1 Naruto. Now we're in Shippuden. Now, as always, a few ground rules. The way to determine the dumbest moment or decision is basically what I think is something that either a character did that was insanely stupid in the context of the world, or something that's just a badly written plot point, which theoretically could translate to a character decision in the world. Also, we're only doing a top 10. I'll mention a couple honorable mentions, but we're only doing the top 10. That's what I do. That's just how I roll. There's only a couple types of series like this, like the ranking the strongest characters kind of series that I would go beyond 10. But for here, it's 10. And as always, this is a subjective opinion. This is my opinion, what I think the 10 dumbest plot points or dumbest decisions or dumbest moments, decisions, whatever, in Shippuden were. Now, that being said, a couple of honorable mentions. One honorable mention. I don't have the images for that here, but for these here. But number one, not making Naruto a chunin. I get there's the chunin exams. I get it needs to happen. But strength-wise, Naruto was certainly at a chunin level at that point. Arguably, Jiraiya even said arguably he was at a jonin level. And let me put it this way. Jiraiya said he could give Kakashi a run for his money. That's really never proven until later on when Naruto was actually getting stronger. But when Naruto showed up after his 3 years training, yeah, he was able to put up a much better fight against Kakashi. But let's not mince words. He was not giving Kakashi an actual run for his money. Not at all. Kakashi was still handling him and Sakura simultaneously, pretty matter of fact. But the fact is that Naruto still was striving to be considered a chunin. The only thing, yeah, they had the chunin exams, but they decided to make any exception for Naruto, knowing he would have been gone the whole time. I find it just very silly. But it really doesn't affect the series in any clear-cut way. There's no point we're watching any of the Rookie 9 or the Konoha 13. There's no point we're watching any of them actually lead a chunin team or Genin team. So, yeah. There's also still the elders still listening to Danzo. This, I argued with myself whether or not to even make that part of the top 10. But ultimately, while it was dumb, it wasn't really drastically dumb. Putting Sai, for example, on Team 7 actually worked in Team 7's favor in the long haul, so that really wasn't a bad decision. And they're not really doing much in the series to begin with, so I didn't really count that. There's a couple more, but we don't need to go into them. Let's get into the actual top 10 now. Coming in at number 10, an early one in the series, I couldn't find the image of her attacking and Naruto blocking, but Chiyo attacking Kakashi right out the gate. This goes in line with is there something in the little water in the sand village that just makes you attack a ninja from your own village without actually thinking about what the fucking repercussions of that would have been? Like, Chiyo saw Kakashi, saw the man that killed her husband, killed her son and his wife, and just said, I'm gonna get revenge. Like, wait, whoa. And hypothetically, even though Naruto got in the way, what if she had killed either Kakashi or, God forbid, Naruto? What if she had done that? Not only did you just hurt your chances of getting Kazekage back, You now just started an international incident all because all because of your own trauma and anger. Because guess what? No one else was reacting to the Leaf Village ninja in the room. Clearly they were called. In fact, you knew they had been called. So you not only know that they have been called, these are your allies. This is a village you are allied with. You said, I'm going to kill you! Ha! And it's like, what? And the whole, it's like, I was just kidding. Like, someone just not keep this woman in the village. Like, seriously, this woman needs a psych eval. Because the amount of trauma you had to nearly cause a war, to nearly cause an international incident is insane. That was so dumb. Moving on to number 9. Number 9, Sakura trying to stop Sasuke. This, I think, speaks to how dumb I think some of these decisions are, because this is not the same as in part. There's a reason you didn't see me put Sakura trying to stop Sasuke in part 1 on the part 1 list. Because at that time, no, she was genuinely pleading with him, telling her she loved him and all that. She was trying to get him to stay in the village. That decision was not dumb. She was actively trying to stop him. She couldn't physically stop. She knew she couldn't physically stop him. She was trying to appease to his emotions and all that. Here, though, Sasuke at this point was obviously we know Sasuke wasn't actually too far gone at all. But he was so far gone that he would have killed her. He would have straight out killed her had Kakashi not stepped in. And you're gonna see a couple Sakura moments on this list. And in fact, let me just say one other. There was one other Sakura. This wasn't a done decision. This was just a comment she made. How she said she finally caught up with Naruto and Sasuke. Now, I do not subscribe to the whole idea that Sakura is trash. She's not a well-written character is the problem. And she's not very well written throughout the whole series, if we're going to be honest. There's an uptick in her writing in the beginning of Shippuden, and then a very big downslope in the latter half of Shippuden, and then it kind of peters out a bit. Sakura gets better weirdly enough, with the Boruto era and the Gaiden novels. But Sakura, I don't subscribe to the whole Sakura's There's a TikTok, I think he's a TikToker or YouTuber or something like that, who does this whole anime breakdown thing where he talks to himself like a conversation. And there was whole ones like Sakura's trash, Sakura's trash. It's like, oh no, Sakura ain't trash. It's like, no, Sakura's not trash. Sakura actually is useful when she needs to be useful. The problem is that her character itself is not a well-written character, especially in Shippuden. And this is a testament to that. And that was a testament to that when she said she had caught up. It's like, you did not catch up. These guys would wreck your shit. You did not catch up in the least. You are not an equivalent to them. Let's be clear. You are strong. You are actually quite strong. Like, I actually give Sakura a lot of problems in terms of her actual abilities. But let's not mince freaking words. She was not caught up to them. But if she need that for her confidence boost, God bless you. But again, she's just not throughout Shippuden, not throughout I want to say the last, when does she stop being good in Shippuden? Hold on. I'm going to say she stopped being good in Shippuden right after the bridge, because she's still able to save Naruto, which means she's still useful. She's still got great medical ninjutsu. But after that, she does not prove herself very useful. Yeah, she's a medic, so she's able to help people. But you got to get past that. What is she actively doing in the story to help further her character? And the answer, especially for the character answer, the answer is nothing. She's not doing anything to further her character. In fact, she digresses as a character for a while. And there's going to be a moment in this list that's really going to point that out in a little bit. But again, getting to here real quick. The fact that she just couldn't see how far Sasuke had gone at that point, the fact that she still thought he was in there, or at least the Sasuke she knew, and at that time, he was not. And he would have put that Chidori right through her head or her chest had she not been able to had Kakashi not come in. In fact, I think Sakura almost let it happen, if I remember correctly. And that's just stupidity. That is bad writing. Ugh. So, coming in at number 8, we have Sakura confessing to Naruto. Happening a little prior to this. This is one of those moments where... No, see, this is one of those moments where Sakura was a trash character. There's a difference between it was a bad decision on her part and being a trash person. This is kind of doesn't matter what the intent was. The intent was to get Naruto to see that, and that's the problem right there. And again, I go back, and again, the guy I'm talking about, I can't remember his name. I'll probably find a TikTok, one of his videos of playing, like, because he's really good at it. Yeah, he's making some legit points. Some of them I didn't agree with, like Naruto versus Bleach. I didn't agree with that, his argument. Granted, it's partly for comedy too, but he's making legit points. She had good intention behind it. I'm sorry, I don't care what the intention was behind it. She knows Naruto loves her, at least at this point. She knows that. She does not actually love Naruto romantically. So let's hypothetically say that that's a what if to figure out right there. If Naruto had believed her and they had tried to have a relationship, would it have worked? Think about it legit for a second. I'm a Naruto Hina for all the way, but I also do like him with other pairings too. I like him actually paired with Tamari. I like him paired with Karin. I haven't done a Tenten one yet, but Tenten's really not a bad. Honestly, just about anyone else I'm really okay with. Sakura, I haven't done one where he legitimately gets with Sakura yet, and I'm just wondering if they would really work as a couple together. I just don't think they would. But again, it's not about your good intention. As the famous saying goes, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. And while the intention was to get Naruto to stop chasing Sasuke, it's doesn't matter that you're emotionally manipulating someone who you know already is, who's actually pretty emotionally stable, surprisingly. Naruto, granted, he's very obsessed about getting Sasuke back, but she knows that Naruto has had a very long-standing level of feelings for her. And that, it's very distasteful. And Naruto luckily saw right through it. He really did. Like, he knew Sakura was in love with Sasuke. Like, so despite the fact he loved her, he knew she didn't love him the same way. And he was ultimately okay with that. He was. And that's maybe why some people might be more forgiving of it, that Naruto wasn't an idiot about it. He was able to see through it. But the fact is, on Sakura's part, this was not just a dumb decision. This was a very... Evil's not the right term. This was a very insensitive decision. Because if Naruto had bought that, you are now manipulating not just the guy who you know is in love with you, you're manipulating a close friend. So if the truth comes out and all that, and he figures out, you just killed any sort of trust you had with him. Like that'd be my response. That'd be, don't get me wrong. I'm someone who can generally be irrational about things like this. I'm trying to be as rational as possible when it comes to matters like this, especially in my real life. But I'm as human as anyone. If someone told me that if a girl I had been in love with for a while told me that they loved me in the same way, I would. I'm thinking back in the day about one legit person comes to mind, and it turns out that wasn't the case. They were doing it to stop me from doing something else, making what they thought was a mistake. I would be really, really hurt. And I'd want to say, yeah, maybe I get it, but I need to be away from you for a while because you just broke my heart in a very horrifying way. So yeah, but again, this would not have had a huge bearing on the story one way. This doesn't have a huge bearing on the story. This is just a very dumb moment. We're only at number 8. Let's move on to number 7 now. I spent enough time bashing Sakura. Number 8 is keeping Killer Bee and Naruto out of the war. Now, this I think I can sum up pretty succinctly. Naruto and Bee, I get that they're Jinchuriki. They're the 2 remaining Jinchuriki. So they are the MacGuffins in the war. But the problem is they're also among the strongest bullets in your gun. They're the strongest bombs in your arsenal. And as we saw, the war wasn't going quite as well for the Alliance as they had hoped until Bee and Naruto got there. And then Bee and Naruto started wreaking havoc on the enemy and started really pulling their weight. There really was... And honestly, the enemy knew where they were. Kabuto attacked them. So it was actually completely irrelevant to keep them on the island. It was important for Naruto's training with the Ninetales. It was important. But beyond that, they should have been on the front lines right from the get. So, yeah, this was dumb. This was dumb. The war, first off, the series would have been over quicker, too. Which, don't get me wrong, I have no issue with the length of Naruto, actually. I really don't. I think it's a well-paced series. I do think it does rush a little bit near the end, but then it gets back to an even pace near the Kaguya stuff. Which, by the way, I'm going to tell you right now, the Kaguya Otsutsuki stuff, not going to be on the list because we're not talking about in the grand scheme of the series between Naruto Shippuden and Boruto. We're talking about within the concept of Naruto. When the concept of Naruto, the Otsutsuki stuff and Kaguya stuff, I have no issue with whatsoever. Because I think it actually works well for lore and world building due to the fact it's like, well, where does the concept of chakra actually come from and stuff like that? Yes, some people don't like the whole God comes down and creates something concept, aliens, whatever, but I didn't mind it in Naruto personally. If I were to ever do a Boruto top 10, and I'm going to tell you right now, that's probably not happening because I don't care about Boruto. I don't read Boruto. I keep up with kind of what's going on in the series through other YouTubers, but I don't actively read Boruto. So I probably will not be doing a Boruto top 10. But I would be willing to do other top 10s. So yeah, the Otsutsuki stuff, the Kaguya stuff's not going to make it on the list. But coming in at number 6, which I believe does tie a little bit, is Madara's plan. This plan makes no fucking sense. Which, by the way, and to go really briefly, just talk as I sometimes do about Death Battle. When they come and say, yeah, Madara only had to die once for his fake plan. Aizen had to fake die twice. I'm like, Aizen never died. Like, Madara actually died. Aizen's plans were far better and far more successful than Madara's plans were. Madara's plans succeeded out of dumb luck. This was dumb luck. What is Madara's plan? Let's break it down for a second. He wants to resurrect. He wants the infinite Tsukiyomi. That's what he wants. But he's too old to do it. He needs to be basically resurrected in a younger body, so forth and so on. So he finds an apt Uchiha to take his Rinnegan and put it in someone who will be be able to manage it. So he dies. So he puts it in Nagato, and Zetsu's keeping an eye on Nagato. And now you just have to wait to get resurrected. When? How? Like, seriously. And the Nagato wasn't going to do it. Nagato had his own dumb plan, which did actually make it into the honorable mention list. Nagato's plan was not the smartest either. The whole idea of, creating peace through pain, hypothetically, there is some logic to it, but it's just a very dumb plan. But yeah, the logic behind Madara's plan it makes no sense because now Nagato, Obidemi says that was meant for me, damn it. Okay, I gotta go get the Rinnegan now. And okay, now we got the Edo Tensei, which brings Madara back. And then he gets introduced and brought back because he has to get Zetsu to force Obito to use the resurrection. And then he had to basically luck out not having the Rinnegan destroyed. This is all predicated on dumb freaking luck. The only guarantee he had was Zetsu was keeping an eye on things, and even then, we know that they were able to resist Zetsu to a degree. So it's just not a smart plan at all. His Tsukiyome and Fifth Tsukiyome, what? He's gonna put everyone in an illusion? Great, except for the fact that, guess what? He died, Hashirama died. If he did in fact figure out that they were the incarnations of Ashura and Indra, guess what? He should have realized there would have been new incarnations of Ashura and Indra around. So, yeah, oh man, it's just a dumb plan. Just a dumb plan. But coming in at both the number 5 and the number 4 spot is Jiraiya not teaching Naruto elemental jutsu during his 3 years. Jiraiya not teaching Naruto the secret of the shadow clone in the 3 years. Now, I understand Kishimoto probably didn't create the other aspect of the shadow clone till Shippuden. I understand that, and that's fine. But the fact is, because that exists, that's canon within the world of Naruto. So, everyone who can do the shadow clone or knows about the shadow clone, Kakashi knew it, Jiraiya clearly knew it, should know about the shadow clone. Let's start with the number 5, though, which was the elemental one. Because elemental jutsu, let's actually just focus on what we know Jiraiya actually taught Naruto. We know he upped his fundamentals in his taijutsu immensely, his chakra control immensely, being able to dispel genjutsu, which he only ever tries to do once and against the best genjutsu user in the series. So probably a useless thing, to be honest. I've always seen someone sometimes argue that Naruto was among the 20 strongest ninja in the village and all that. I'm like, was he? I'm sorry, was he? There's actually no evidence for that. There's no that's someone just really kind of trying to up Naruto. Naruto was very capable. In fact, he was arguably the strongest of the rookies. But I think a lot of that comes from the Nine Tails and his access to the Nine Tails. And the fact is, he only had so much control over the Nine Tails, which, by the way, let's get to that. Jiraiya trying to teach him to use the Nine Tails really wasn't a bad idea. It was just he kind of failed at doing it. Naruto really, and the thing is, Naruto really can only use base form levels of Kurama's chakra. Because anything beyond that, they now have to put a seal on Naruto's head. So what was actually the point of you trying to train Naruto at that point if you have to just stop him before he gets to a certain point? Obviously stop him before he gets to 4 tails at that point. I get it. But 1 through 3, we know he is still in control on some level. So what was the point of training him if you're just going to stop him from using it? I get that the seal weakens with age or with the overusage, but I just I don't understand the reasoning behind it otherwise. So yeah, and then like I said, he only taught Naruto better taijutsu, which is good. Some chakra control, fine. The genjutsu really didn't play a factor at all. And what, to make a bigger Rasengan? That's it. You didn't teach him any new jutsu whatsoever? Can you imagine how many Winjutsu Naruto could have under his belt by the time the 3 years are over? Especially if we go into number 4, Jiraiya taught him the Shadow Clone technique for training. We saw what it did for Naruto in training with Kakashi. Imagine what it would have done with Naruto in elemental training over 3 fucking years. He could have recreated the Rasen Shuriken at that point. He could have created all this stuff at that point. Oh my god. Jiraiya could have got up to the Toad stage about the number 4, 5, and 4 spot. Go to Jiraiya's just kind of, it's not, Wasted training, I don't think is quite the right call. A lot of people say Jiraiya wasted Naruto's training. I don't think he quite wasted it, because the stuff he did teach Naruto was fundamental for Naruto's growth. He did need to up his ability to fight. He did need his ability to strategize. He needed to just get his fundamentals better. But 3 years, you could have done all that in like 6 months with the Shadow Clones, at least. So I don't get, I get the impression that this was due to writing. I really do. This is due to writing for Kishimoto not wanting Naruto to be that strong, because he wanted Naruto to still be growing. And to be fair, if he had learned the Winjutsu and had gotten the Rasen Shuriken down by Shippuden, by beginning of Shippuden, well, he wouldn't have any of that cool training. He would have gotten revelations about the 5 chakra natures, which, to be fair, we only kind of knew. There was never an in-universe explanation of them up until then. So it was important, I think, for the viewer, sure. But again, from a story perspective, it was a waste. It really was. Jiraiya didn't do the best job with Naruto. He could have done better. I think that's the best way to put it. He could have done better. So coming in now, we're in the top 3. Coming in at number 3, we have, and this is gonna, yeah, we're get ready for our twofer here. Danzo trying to manipulate Mifune in the Kage Summit. Danzo is a character that we love to hate, and for good reason. He is kind of a detestable person. He thinks he is doing it for the village, but he's doing it for himself. And I'm going to prove that, by the way, in number 2 spot. Spoilers. He thinks he's doing it for the village, but he's doing it for himself, because he thinks he is what's best for the village. So even though he thinks so by nature, he thinks whatever he does is best. But, dude, you are in front. You are with all the Kage. You were with everyone. You think you're openly trying to manipulate someone to do what you want them to do. Did you really think you were so good at it that you could get away with it? Now, granted, he didn't know Aoi had a Byakugan at the time, but did he assume that no one had any sensory capabilities whatsoever in this building right now? Like, seriously? And guess what? They were already distrustful of the Leaf, as multiple Akatsuki members are from the Leaf. Itachi, Orochimaru. I think that's it, but that's multiple. Because you had one from the stone, one from the waterfall, one from the hot springs, one from the sand, 2 from the rain. Actually, technically, Obito. Nope, sorry, that's 3. Obito is from the Leaf. So yeah, multiple, and to be fair, and one from the mist. The Raikage points out very correctly that, yeah, all the Akatsuki are from your village. None of them are from mine. Which, to be fair, yeah, good for them. Yeah, I mean, this is a very dumb move on Danzo's part, because for a guy who's supposed to be very, very strategic, this is a bad move, because now you've completely lost all trust from your from any of your allies. Not only are you not going to be able to lead the alliance, you might be outed as a criminal and a traitor, which you are. So this actually, I think, is probably among the dumbest moves he could have done, but not as dumb. And that is proving of why he's so self-absorbed on himself, as when he killed the Toad during the Pain Invasion. Danzo is a fucking hypocrite. He claims that it's for the benefit of the Leaf. I couldn't find like the anime version of this, so I'm going to put this right here. He claims this is for the benefit of the Leaf. Claims, and the third Hokage, the third Hokage is the reason we're here right now. No, jackass. The third Hokage, and he probably knows this to be fair. The third Hokage's ways are not the reason that the village got destroyed. The reason the village got destroyed is because you delayed Naruto showing up to probably lure Pain out of the village so he could fight Pain one-on-one. You're an asshole. You are a terrible human being. You killed the Toad so you could have your way into the Hokage seat. That's what you did, and the village got destroyed because of you. So I'm sorry, this is one of the worst, terrible character decisions ever. Period in the series. Look, Danzo, like they try to give Danzo a like some sort of redemptive moment, but he's not really he's not really a good person. It's not really redemption per se. It's not like he didn't even like he did like love the village. He did love the village, but he loved the idea of himself in the village more. He thought of himself as the village more than he thought of the village as everyone else. That was basically it. He did ultimately die protecting the village, but it was all for naught. Like, he didn't succeed in anything. So, yeah, Danzo is arguably one of the worst people in Naruto, period. So, yeah. But that is still not the dumbest moment, I think, in Naruto, the dumbest decision in Naruto Shippuden. So, yeah. The dumbest moment still comes from the Kage-sama arc, and it is Sasuke thinking that he can actually take on all the Kage. For all the Sasuke lovers out there, this is really, truly, and honestly the dumbest decision in all of Naruto Shippuden. Sasuke is so hell-bent on revenge, so driven by hatred, and so high on his own level of power that he, honest to God, thought he could take on all five, technically, because he thought Danzo was there too. Although Danzo noped out of there. But he also thought he could take on all four other Kage. Let's break this down real quick. Because he fought A first. Yeah, he managed to use Amaterasu to take A's arm. But guess what? A didn't give a shit. Powered through that, broke the ribcage of Susanoo, and nearly Liger bombed his ass to death. Took off his arm, and it was like, yeah, whatever. So now Sasuke then nopes out, goes to the Kage-sama. Gaara's there, stops his attack right out the gate. Then he's got to deal with Mei's boil and lava release, which was melting the rib cage of the Susanoo itself. And so, had he stayed long enough, he would have gotten taken down by Mei. And then he would have gotten his ass completely atomized by Inoki had Obito not shown up and saved his dumbass. This has got to be the most suicidal dumbass death move in all of Shippuden, and it comes from one of the main players. Because Kishimoto was really writing Sasuke as an idiot. He was really writing him as an emo dumbass. As smart as a genius as he allegedly was, Sasuke was an idiot. He was such an asshole and an idiot. Oh, man. So, yeah, that to me is the dumbest moment in all of Naruto Shippuden. But what do you think is the dumbest moment in all of Naruto Shippuden? Let me know in the comments below. Until then, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I've actually got a couple videos, extra videos, not part of the schedule for this week, coming out this week. I still got to do the Digimon Partner series today. I'm actually got the What If is actually going to be out early today instead of tomorrow, because I'm going to have plans all tomorrow. Me and my girlfriend are going to Foxwoods Casino for my birthday. My birthday was yesterday, but we plan to do it yet tomorrow. So I'm going to actually do that, pre-record that for tomorrow. And then I'm going to probably have another video out at least Thursday and probably Friday too. Maybe even more. We'll see what happens. I got 2 other videos guaranteed. Until then, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. And I'll see you folks for the next one. Later.